Allegedly, Cassie had to abort 6 of Diddy's kids. But I believe it. Let's get into it, you guys. It's Mary. And we want y'all to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below. Do not forget to subscribe to our Patreon, you all, because this is just sad. You know, I heard about him wanting her to get her breasts done.
Yes.
Twice. He didn't like it the first time.
Yes.
Then he wanted her to get it done that same week. And that could have put her in danger because she had all the swelling.
The very next day, with all that inflammation,
wanted her to go back.
Wanted her to go back and get it removed. And the doctor was like, it's just too much swelling. And he's like, I don't care, take it out. And the doctor went in. He didn't want to, but I guess, you know,
money
this
talks.
is P. Diddy.
Money talks.
If I'm a doctor, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
Go to someone else.
I am not doing it. I am not. And like, I'm not doing it for that period. Swelling has to go down. But so the doctor went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, when I heard that about the breast stuff, I knew this somebody who will put her life in danger.
Yeah, doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
That particular doctor, by the way, he is the one who was driving, texting. He was texting. He was actually engaged to a lady. He was on one of these shows, these plastic surgeon shows on TV, and he drove off a cliff while he was texting. It was like this winding road, you know, and you know he's going down with his sports car and
I think I've heard that story.
But sometimes if you're on those winding roads, you cannot text because
not at all.
Your car is moving like that. So like you're thinking, oh, let me text, and you're going like this, you're just gonna go off the road because you gotta stay on that road. You gotta hit them curves. So that's what happened. Anyhow,
so I'm not shocked.
And I just wonder now to myself, now that I know that he did this, because
also I know
this
that
is a pain. You see, this is what happens in like the spiritual realm. You have this demon, allegedly Diddy, right? That's doing all this stuff to women, to men. There's a lot of karma that he comes with. Now he comes with his allegedly satanic finger, and he's telling the doctor, go ahead and cause even more pain to this woman who he has caused so much pain to already. The doctor doesn't know the backstory, but you're sitting down there, your patient is in front of you, and she's saying, yes, that's fine. She's giving her signature because she has to. The doctor is not, she's an adult. He's not going to allow her to just say yes without Cassie also saying yes, right? So she signs that, and he goes ahead and do this. There's a karma now that you have now been touched with. In the Quran, it talks about Satan prostrating you by his touch, right? That doctor allowed himself to be touched by Diddy, by extension of the pain that he was inflicting on Cassie, and the doctor became a partaker in that. And he was driven off a cliff. He was assisted. That's what I think.
Yeah.
If allegedly he did that, you know, but like you got to be so careful with the people that you rub shoulders with. You see that they're no good. You know, money is just money. It will come and go. But not for any amount do you hang on there with that person that carries so much karma. That little demon that carries a lot of karma. I tell you, you start doing stuff with them, it touches you as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was very sad.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, a man who will let you go through that, I'm not shocked he will make her go through 6 abortions allegedly. Because I mean, there's no way she did not get I mean, unless
and then you know he
and
is
someone
so
careless
reckless
with the sex.
with her, with the care of her.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. It's like, this is my comfort.
I need to get off, and
Yes.
I don't care how, when, or where. And if
then-
you have to suffer and go through several abortions,
Yes.
that's your business.
Yes.
I'll pay for it, though.
And I wouldn't even bother to give you a morning after pill. I will wait until you actually get pregnant, and then you have to go and actually have an abortion.
The wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to have a nice hot chair right
But
next
you
to
know something?
Satan.
But you
Very
know,
nice.
But you know something too, though.
Well, probably won't be nice.
Is it better to do that, or to be in some lockstep with some demon with his child? I don't know.
But my thing is also the guilt. 'Cause I know a lot of
The
women,
guilt, the trauma.
women that women
it's
have.
trauma. It's trauma too.
But sometimes I feel like some women would say that they.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyways, I've never had one, but I do think that some women would say that. God, I feel like someone would probably be like, well, that they feel better either having it or having the child. Because at least they're not
Right.
having abortion after abortion and having all that guilt and
And you
trauma.
see, if she had the child, that stops him from maybe some of the abuse or whatever, and he didn't want to be bothered with that.
Right, but also I feel like it's probably a good thing that she did not have a child with him, because I feel like if she did, like I said with Kiki and Darius, it is a link. That child is a link for him to continue to abuse you. Like even in the marriage, he would still have rights to see Cassie, so she would never heal. So in this case, I do feel like maybe it is a bit of a blessing that she didn't have child. And like that's just what I'm
And the
thinking.
children that she has
Especially
now
with somebody
are created with love
Yes.
and joy
And
and
he
all
does,
that.
and she doesn't have to be connected with him. But
Yeah.
could you imagine if she had all those kids?
I have
That
been
would be
on
a
this
nightmare.
issue kind of like this. I have been on this issue kind of like this because
It depends on the situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Yeah,
it
but
depends.
you know, kind of like this, because sometimes it's like you're like, well, maybe that person will whatever, and you know, I mean, I had an abortion when I was, you know, younger, and I remember it took me so long for me to forgive myself. Like for over a decade, I will think of that time. I don't do it anymore, but like over a decade, I will think of that time. Like how old? I must have been like 20 years old, 20 or 21, and but I will think about the time and whatever. It wasn't, and when I had a miscarriage just before I had Mary, by then I was married and I had a miscarriage. You know, I remember telling my husband at the time, like, I think this is like punishment. Like God is punishing me for the abortion that I had. Like I still had not forgiven myself. You know, it's like you go through it's like torture, and you torture yourself. Like
The worst torture is the mental.
You hurt yourself more than anybody can ever hurt you. You
Facts.
know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I had her, my little rainbow baby, that I was like, okay, you know, this was a gift from God and all that. But God had forgiven me a long time ago. That's the thing. He had forgiven me a long, long time ago. But I hadn't forgiven myself. Like I understand that now. You know, when I got into my, you know, late 20s, 30s, I understood that. You know, so I cannot even imagine. That was only one abortion for me. I mean it, like I went from that to just being like, I better be on this straight and narrow path of just trying to do the right thing in my life, you know. And I just totally like changed 360. But I cannot imagine having to go through an abortion for my God, for someone like this, right? And then nothing changes, because when for most people, and I've known people who have gone through abortions, for most people it's a huge change in your life, right? But I can't imagine, like,
It probably becomes routine
after
the
that,
third time.
you gotta now still be in this seedy, this traumatic, this very violent, abusive relationship. You gotta go right back. And I wonder sometimes after the abortion, Was it that very week you had to go back and do another FO that he used to call it?
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Like this poor girl. And I don't believe that she was the only one. All of those other Jane Does and stuff who are coming around, the one about Aaron Hall and how he not only raped her allegedly, but her friend in another room, him and PD, I believe all of it. I know it's allegedly, but I believe all of it. Because these rumors have been around about Diddy and them parties for a long time.
Even Carisha talking about her nasty sex life. And I won't say sex life
and
lightly.
Trying to make it nice. And what did we say? That's just waste and feces he's put on you. He's not no golden showers. What are you talking about? You know? So, but that's what you do in order to make this demon seem okay. Like, I'm enjoying you miss me with that mess.
Laughs to keep from crying.
Me with that mess. Because if you got to take pills to get in the mood, if you got to give you all these drugs to get in the mood, that's because in your right mind, you will never do it. You will never be doing stuff with Shaitan. You'll never be doing stuff with Satan.
Yeah, y'all. But it's Mary.
But that was so sad.
Very
and I'm so happy. I am so happy that woman got her 100+ million. I'm so happy about that because you know something.
Bring her some peace.
Do you know what brings peace?
Well, really, wouldn't bring her peace. It would ease her life.
You said it. No, peace will come. Oh, peace comes. It comes when you're loved. It comes when you have that deal with God.
Money doesn't bring you peace, but it makes your life easier.
Yeah, it does. She doesn't have to go and start working and can you imagine after all of this, you have to go and work a regular job where people know the whole situation.
Oh my God.
And they follow you around with your children. There's no security.
Money is security. It's not happiness.
That's it. So I am happy. I wish she could have gotten $1 billion. Really.
Yeah.
Really. For all the stuff, I wish all of them.
It's never going to erase the memories. It's never going to erase the memories. Like you wake up and you have to reimagine seeing him bent over, whatever the hell you went through. That crap will go away.
Including that guy. The one who
was SA'd. What you taught? He had different things.
You're going in all kinds of phases and violation by a bunch of guys. So you have these people running rampant. And Howard, that's in our community. And he got the nerve to be out here talking about love and rubbish and we gotta come together. It's a community. And you are not fit. And I never thought he was fit. I never thought it's something about there were 3 men in the black community that I always looked at with a side eye, no matter what, from day one. Russell Simmons, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. Them three.
Yeah.
I am just waiting for all of them to go down at some point. Hopefully I'll see it in my lifetime. Is it just me? Is it just me out here? Just being, petty?
No!
Because them three, she knows me.
Yeah.
Them three.
You never liked Jay-Z. Never liked Russell.
From the very beginning. There's
Jay-Z,
something about these 3 men. I was like, there's something there. There's just not quite right. This is when they were at the zenith and everybody loved them. I said there's something about those 3. And then, anybody...
You correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Jay-Z a pimp back in the day, allegedly?
No, I don't know what he was. All I know...
That's what I heard on the streets.
I know he was a drug dealer.
But on the social media
I know he was
streets.
a drug dealer, but he said he was a drug dealer.
Anyway, y'all
that I heard from his
I don't want to be spreading rumors about Beyonce's husband. But that's what I heard, allegedly. But...
Yeah. And, I just wonder, Beyonce, sometimes you just got to blink. If you need help. Seriously, because and now that he owns this whole weed store, that blink. Poor lady, I never liked him for Beyonce.
I thought she could have done better.
That's why her father didn't like him, because the father,
he could recognize.
Probably take one to know one. But maybe the father wasn't out here drugging people.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put it past Jay-Z.
Didn't
but,
she make that song
that's
about my daddy said
that's
shoot?
just I know. My daddy said shoot. My daddy said shoot.
When men like me come around, my daddy said shoot. Oh, my daddy said shoot. I was like, eek! She talking about you, Daddy Jay-Z? Blink.
But
yeah,
I they have all these kids, when you have people, who now have children, what can you do? All you can do is wish them the best, because now they got the kids. You see, they got Blue, they got the twins. So what can you say? You just say, hey, I just hope he does right by her. That's all I can say. That maybe that was his life then, but I hope and pray that man do right by that lady, because she don't deserve that. She has only been out here, just, I love me some Jay-Z. Ever since she was a teenager, wasn't she 19 when she met that man?
Facts.
Another teenager. She had only had, the one boyfriend? After he has done all kinds, so after you've gone over there, mess up everybody else's children, everybody else's young girls, you've messed them up, you come find your wife who only had one boyfriend, okay? And you better do right by her and not mess her up. But I still don't trust him. Those three guys, Simmons, Russell, from even when they were there, and I remember Kimura was loud, whatever, a lot of people didn't like her. All I did was look at that guy. I said, there's something about this man, this Russell Simmons, I just don't like. There's something, like your spirit can feel it. That there's something a little bit shaky. Anyway, we'll talk about him in another video, right?
Yes, y'all. But it's Mary.
And
we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below.
Bye.